All right, this is the backyard of Woodford Circle in Ridgeville. This is an added video, so there's a lot of weeds back here that need to be pulled. All these are horse weeds, so all that's can be pulled. I sprayed today. So there's a lot of things that kind of look like flowers, but they're weeds. Obviously all this down here, this stuff is weeds. Hostas are good, but these tall things, they're weeds. Lots of weeds. Hopefully most of it's dead and it's going to come out easy, but the taller they are, the harder they are to kill, and they need to be pulled. So all this stuff is weeds. These high things, those are weeds. It's a hosta, that's a plant. All these are weeds. Come all the way around, and then the back, all these things out of place are weeds. I sprayed all this. That's a hydrangea. This is one of the Japanese maples that need to be trimmed. Try to get it up off the ground. There's some grass underneath here. I'll spray it again. All these grasses can come out. I sprayed all this. There's a lot of weeds in here. Anything you have question about, there's an app called Picture This that you can use to identify weeds and flowers, or you can just ask the homeowner if he wants it taken out. But all this is weeds. I sprayed all this. These little flowering things, that's a weed. But all of this inside of this is not. That's a flower. This is thistle, which is a weed. Should I know that? All this grass could come out. All this grass can come out. This is all weeds in here. These are not. These are perennial grasses that can stay. That's a plant, but these are weeds. Once again, horseweed back there. All this is weeds. These things, we got to get anything that's poking up in between the perennials. We need to pull that. Weeds underneath there. All these are weeds. These little yellow flowers are weeds. Not these, that's a daylily. But continue, go around the back. Any grasses that are poking up, there's some grass here, just pull those out. That's a plant. These things, again, are weeds. These things are really tall. That's a weed. That's a weed. All these tall ones are weeds. Weeds. And all this back in here are weeds. There's some red leaf plant back here. It's consumed in weeds, so just be careful. Like these things here. Those are plants. I think this is a plant too. I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of this stuff should be dead by the time we get here and easy to pull. But this is the worst of it back here. Just wanted to go over some things with weeds and not weeds. These are weeds growing in around here. And then up front is not that bad. So this is all weeds back here. It's been sprayed. But then you have, that's a salvia plant. That's a plant. These are salvia. Those are plants. But these little stuff in between, you're just gonna have to pull them. This is another Japanese maple that gets trimmed. So trim it like an umbrella, mostly from the bottom. Junipers, pull out these grasses that are poking up. Weeds. All these weeds up in here. These grass, weed, horseweed. And then just peppered in here in between those plants. You got them growing up. Just pull them at the base underneath the plant. And all this peppered in here. All this browning stuff is weeds that needs to come up. And that's it. Like I said, any questions, ask the homeowner. Use your app. And this is a flower too. These little clover looking leaves, that's a flowering plant. But this here, these are weeds. So, and you got some grass sticking out through this plant there. That's it. Double check. I'm not sure. I'm going to spray this grass over here in this utility bed, but I don't think a lot of that is theirs. Yeah, it's all sprayed. We do have a bed on the side here that I was unaware of, but this is all pretty cleaned out. I'm going to spray it real quick. Just double check this while you guys are here. And that's it.